नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओ
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Good evening. It's quite hot. Okay. I've never seen Hyderabad getting so hot in the first week of April. My last 20 years of experience here. I've been here for almost last 25 years. First week of April, never this hot. Now, yeah, it's like furnace. Anyway, we have taken a lot of trouble still to come to the institute on the last day of the session, 36th class. So, I could not cover all the quotes from this book. The remaining quotes you have to study on your own. Apart from learning language, by coming here, you have learned something from the teachings of Swamiji. I'm sure the ideas that you have received from the place will help you to shape your personality and build your character. I don't know how many of you really understand the value of the treasure that you have got, but I know for sure that it's really a great treasure. Yes. ఈ వయసులో వివేకానంద స్వామి పరిచయం అవడం అంటే అది చాలా అదృష్టం. పూర్వజన్మ సుకృతం కాస్త కూస్తూ ఉంటే తప్ప you will not get exposed to his teachings. In that way, you're all very, very fortunate. Hope our teachers have done a good job on you and you really enjoyed learning language here. Some of you may be with us, some of you may not be with us for the next session. And those who will not be with us, our good wishes will be with them. Our bond is an eternal bond. The blessings of the place and my good wishes will be with you wherever you may be. So I wish you all the best for your final exam. Don't take the exam too seriously. Examination is a kind of external compulsion, to evaluate, to assess whether you have studied the required thing in a given period. So without that compulsion, what we would do, we would relax too much. Why should we have exams at all? Even for language learning, why should there be an exam? So you are supposed to learn, let us say, certain thing for in a certain period. So the quantum that you are supposed to learn, the quantum of learning that is supposed to happen, whether it has happened or not, to test that, to evaluate that, examination is conducted. See, in our academic exams also there will be syllabus. you are supposed to complete that syllabus within that stipulated period. Okay, whether you have studied that syllabus, whether you have understood the syllabus, to assess that an examination is conducted. It's an external compulsion. Otherwise we can do away with examination. How much you have studied, how much you have grasped in the stipulated period, to evaluate that an examination is conducted. But sometimes what happens, we study and we do everything for the sake of examination. Okay, that becomes so important, and that builds stress in us, tension and anxiety in us. But when you take it too seriously, that will happen. You should not lose your sleep. Now that's good. See, without that external compulsion, we tend to become lazy. Okay, examination should excite you in the sense that because you have understood the concepts, you have studied whatever you are ought to or supposed to have studied. Okay, you should be eagerly looking for exam because you have studied and you have understood. So examination is a simple thing now for you. But for example, for what happens with most of the students, they take examination so seriously and then they study the subject for the sake of examination. Because you force your mind all the time for the sake of examination, mind rebels. The study is for the sake of study. Acquisition of knowledge is only for the sake of acquisition of knowledge. It's not for the sake of exam. Never ever study anything for the sake of exam. That's a wrong way of doing things. Okay, you study something because you acquire knowledge, because knowledge is a kind of empowerment. It's a sadhikarata. It empowers you, it strengthens you. It helps you to face the challenges of life with ease. Okay, you are empowering yourself. You are becoming stronger and stronger intellectually because with knowledge. That is the purpose of education. So now you have been empowered. Now you have learned whatever you are supposed to learn. Examination is only a test to assess your understanding whether the thing that you ought to have learned in that stipulated period, whether you have learned or not. That's the only thing. But sometimes, things get changed, our perspective gets changed. We do everything for the sake of examination, which is wrong. So at least the language examination, don't take it that seriously. Okay, if you get promoted, you take the next level. If you don't get promoted, okay, take the same session. If you want fees concession, I will give you. But don't get disappointed or disheartened. ఫెయిల్ అయ్యామని చెప్పి ప్రమోట్ కాలేదని బాధపడకండి, నిరుత్సాహపడాల్సిన అవసరమే లేదు. ఓకే, it's only question of patience. Language learning is practice, practice, practice. Through practice you will learn. So yeah, hope for online students also. I could not meet you because I can't see you, but you can see me, right? So here they are there in camera, they are watching me. So hope it has been a joyful journey to you all also. Hope you have enjoyed learning this language through online. Don't think actually offline students have a greater experience of language learning. There is not much difference today. Whatever that we can do in offline, the same thing can be done online also. Hope our teachers have done a good job and you as well. So you just keep practicing it. The next 1.5 months or 2 months, sun is very hot. Don't move here and there. Nicely confine yourself to one place and start reading some good books from cover to cover. Read the same thing multiple times. Okay, English is very rich in vocabulary. Vocabulary is very fundamental to language learning. Okay, that comes only through book reading. Okay, if somebody asks you what is your hobby, you should be able to say my hobby is book reading. Where you may or may not have other hobbies, but as a student you have to have compulsorily this habit of book reading. మిగతా హాబీస్ ఉండొచ్చు, ఉండకపోవచ్చు, కానీ పుస్తక పఠనం మాత్రం తప్పకుండా మీ హాబీగా ఉండాలి, ఒకటిగా ఉండాలి. ఓకే, మేక్ ఇట్ as your primary hobby and things will happen. Language learning is just a journey. It will happen. Hope you have gained confidence. Hope you have become more clear in your mind with regard to language. Hope you have overcome your stage fright, and I wish you all very best for your final examination. I welcome you to the next session that will commence in the first week of June. So all the best for the summer holidays, summer vacation. Don't waste time. Time is too precious. I have told all other batch students also, the biggest problem of this age is we have a friend and foe both in the form of cell phone. It's both our friend and foe. అది మన మిత్రుడు మన శత్రువు కూడా. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అ వెరీ పారాడాక్సికల్ వరల్డ్. మంచిగా వాడుకుంటే మిత్రుడు, మంచిగా వాడుకోలేకపోతే అదే శత్రువు అవుతుంది. ఇట్స్ కిల్లింగ్ అవర్ టైమ్. Worldwide, the new phenomenon is because people are getting addicted increasingly to video content, they are not reading books. Because of that, people are going down intellectually. Because the reading of books, actually, there is no substitute to that. When you read something, for example, a great man like Vivekananda, you can't just understand him in one go. You have to reflect, you have to think. Okay? In the process, your brain becomes sharper and sharper, intellect becomes sharper and sharper, your brain gets exercise, required exercise. That's very important. In every organization, if you see, quality manpower is not there to head big organizations. People who are intellectually endowed, people who have the intellectual capacity, people who have the leadership capacity to head a group of people, okay? There is acute scarcity for quality manpower. So you have to build your personality, you have to shape your character. That can happen only through book reading. That's why I'm suggesting it again and again. Why Swamiji is saying the same thing again and again. Don't think, reduce your watching of the YouTube content. At this my age you can watch, but not at your age. I am quite old now. I am a different generation. I can actually indulge in, watching things whatever I want on YouTube, but not you. As a student, you must have this hobby of book reading. ఓకే, అది పెంచుకోవాలంటే ఈ యూట్యూబ్ కంటెంట్ కొంత తగ్గించుకోవాలి. ఓకే, దిస్ ఇస్ మై ఫైనల్ సజెషన్ టు యూ. థ్యాంక్ యూ. మే గాడ్ బ్లెస్ యూ.